Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of Greece Recap Day 1. I wasn't planning on making this today, I'm not gonna lie, but then I recorded the entire video and I was like, I'm at 36 minutes. We can make this a little mini-series. That would be fun. So this is episode 1. Enjoy. In today's video, I'm gonna talk to you guys about what we did in the 10 days that we were in Greece. Kind of 8 days because you arrive, you leave on 2 days, so it's really 8 days you are there, really. And we've already been back a week now. I just had no time to record this video. I went to a Big Time Rush concert 2 days ago, so I've been everywhere, and I think today is the first day I actually get to sit down and talk to you guys. So I have my phone here with all the pictures we took in Greece that I am actually going to base my entire storytelling of today on, because that's how I remember things. Toby got to Greece on the 23rd of November, which was Sunday. He was a day before me and Ems because there were no flights from Ireland on the 24th of November to Greece. So Toby arrived first, and he went to the Airbnb on his own, figured everything out, and then Ems and I followed the 24th. Ems turned up at 9 a.m. on Athens airport. They went home. Don't know what they did. I've seen bits and pieces, and I'm scared. I'm going to be editing the vlogs later this week, so we're both gonna go through this trauma together. What I do know is they had a little downtime, got some food together, spent some time in the Airbnb, and then went to Lidl to do some grocery shopping. I've heard stories of how Ems was sitting on the floor with her small luggage, just putting all the groceries in there. Chaos, obviously. Then I left home at 9 a.m. because my flight was at... The flight from home to Greece was at 12:30 p.m. 9 a.m., leaving 9 a.m., got there at the airport at 10:30 in the morning. So I had 2 hours to get through customs and everything. Fine. Nothing. No, that's not even true. It wasn't fine. I had my big 23-kilogram luggage that I put in the plane, like on the bottom of the plane. And then I had my tiny suitcase, my pink duffel bag, and my normal bag with all my essentials in it. Yeah, so apparently everyone only had small luggage. Only carry-ons, no big suitcases. I put my coat, I put my bags in the little boxes to go through TSA. 2 out of 3 of my bags got put to security that they had to check them, and I was like, I'm so glad I'm on time. So get through security after the girl literally... It's so stupid. Like, it's not specific. Like, I asked this girl, right? Because I'm nosy. So I asked this girl, like, is it anything specific that makes you have to pull out specific items or stuff like that? Because my electronic bag was being put through TSA. Like, they had to put my electronic bag and had to check it. And I was like, that, to me that made sense, right? Because they're electronics. It had the DJI in it, it had microphones in it, it had tripods in it, it had more in it. And she goes, no, it's just random things they pick out of, like, the camera picks out of your bags that we have to check. But it doesn't specifically tell us what it is. We have to figure that out ourselves too. I'm like, I feel like it's a lot of, like, work that they could fix. And she's like, yeah. But whatever, like, we get over it. I had, like, a deck of cards that she had to check. does not make sense in my brain. Didn't make sense in hers either. So she's like, you're all set, you're good, have a good flight, have fun, whatever. I'm like, thank you. You'll have a good day at work. And she's like, thank you. Because not a lot of people are nice these days, guys. Just say thank you, have a good day every once in a while, okay? It would be nice. Coming from someone who did customer work. So, again, I have my suitcase, I put my pink bag on it, and I put my normal bag on top of the pink bag so I can just roll it around. So, Amsterdam's Schiphol airport is huge. Genuinely huge. And I'm flying with KLM, and KLM, obviously a Dutch airline, so it's huge. It takes up a lot of space in Schiphol. So, my gate is gate 84 out of 87 gates. So that means I have to go from gate 1 to 84, which is like all the way at the other end. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. I have not eaten anything because I was supposed to eat with my parents when they dropped me off. But there was a traffic jam, so I spent half an hour more in the car, so we had no time. So I'm walking, and at some point I see this little place you can get sandwiches at and stuff like that, and drinks. I kid you not. I'm putting it up. Can you guys see that? Dead. I paid €7.26 for 2 pieces of a sandwich. I understand that food can be expensive, but this is a sandwich that at max maybe costs €4. I could have gone to Lidl and get a more heftier sandwich than this. But sure, it was an okay sandwich. Whatever. So I'm sitting at gate 84, I have my headphones in, listening to some music, watching some TikToks, and I'm waiting because I'm early. It's not even 11 yet, and I'm sitting there waiting. And so we sit there. There's a guy sitting in front of me on his little laptop doing business calls. There's another guy in front of me eating something, watching a show, whatever. Cool, fun. And at some point, I'm like scrolling on my phone like you do when you have nothing better to do and you don't want to get out your iPad. I get a message from KLM. So, hey, funny thing, we changed your gate. Huh? We changed your gate? At that point it's like 11:15, 11:30. I'm like, huh? Now? You changed it after I just walked a marathon to sit here and wait? So we changed it from 84. Yeah, 84. We changed it from 84 to 78. No, to 68. Gobsmacked. I look on my phone and I let out this sigh and I roll my eyes and I look up and I make eye contact with the guy who just ended his business meeting. Make eye contact with him. And he's like, you gotta be joking. I'm like, it's nice, isn't it? So we both stand up. I run to the bathroom because I had to pee, but I also didn't want to get up and pee to lose my seat that I'm sitting on and stand for the other remaining hour or so. So I stand up, go pee, and walk to gate 68. Mind you, 68 is for some reason also on the other side. So I walk there. I'm like, this is so fun until you get to the stairs. You get to the stairs and I have no way to carry all my bags down the stairs in a normal way. So I just end up dragging it behind me. to then stand still on the, so you know how stairs have like this kind of thing, like you're walking down this part, can stand still on this part and then walk down again? Yeah. So I'm standing still here, and I look, and there's an elevator in front of me. I'm like, where was that when I was actually like trying not to myself? At that point, I'm like, whatever, I'm not going back up to take the elevator. So I just drag my suitcase back down, sweating at this point, right? And so I sit down and I wait. And then they start notifying us. And at this point, it's genuinely to the point that the entire waiting area is completely filled with people. Every seat, almost every seat, is taken. So they are lining up on top of the staircase still. There are people waiting on top of the staircase because there are people also standing on the staircase. So then they start giving out this notification. There are people, or whatever the hell they say, to every passenger on KLM flight something something. If you have an extra bag, then, or more than one bag, you have to go to the desk and give at least one of your bags, preferably both, away to be put under the plane. No cost. I'm like, okay, that's cool. So I turn around. There's no way for me to walk towards the lady at the desk because there's no space. So I'm like, huh. Okay, never mind. I'll just sit and someone else will probably offer up their suitcase. But then you get to the point where they also tell us, no electronic devices, no this, no that, nothing. Like, preferably the only thing you are allowed to put under the plane is clothing, as to what I'm being told. I'm like, my suitcase I can't put under the plane because it has literally all my electronics except my iPad, my power banks, and my phone. I can't put my suitcase. I could maybe put my pink bag because it has all my clothes in it at this point. But the thing is, there's no way for me to get there. Standing up means giving away my seat. Again, not standing for the remaining of the time. Because I look on the TV. Your plane has been delayed by half an hour. Why? Not even half an hour. 40 minutes. Like, I'm sorry. So my plane's delayed by 40 minutes. I'm like, okay, at least I'm sitting now and I'm waiting. And then I messaged the guys. I love these guys, I really do, but they're sincerely so stupid. So, with all the love and stuff like that, guys, you know what I'm talking about. Because I messaged them, my plane has been delayed. And so, Toby asked till when. So I type, I'll put the message on screen too so you can read with me. Let me scoot over so you can see. I type till 1:10, 13:10. But I write the 10 wrong, so I correct myself by writing the 10 correct with the little star. And both of them are freaking out because they think I'm saying 10 p.m. No. 13:10. So then I'm like, okay, whatever. Continue. I finally get the notified that that my zone is allowed to board the plane. If someone who watches my video who works at an airline, can you explain to me why that when I am in the front of the plane, right, and I'm next to the window, why do I have to board second to last? Because now you know what, I'll get to that. So I get in line to board the plane. At this point, I haven't shown my passport once, by the way. That's probably an Europe thing, but also, like, confusing a little bit. So, I pull up my phone and I'm, like, showing the girl my boarding pass. And she's like, okay. And then I show the next girl my boarding pass and she goes, over there. What happened to hello? Because I walk up and like, hi. Shows boarding pass. Over there. I'm sorry, am I not a human to you? So I walk to the desk and I show this lady my boarding pass and she's like, something wrong with it? And I'm like, I don't even know why I'm here. And she's like, oh, you have so many bags. I'm like, okay. So, she gives me, or no, she hands me a thing for my pink bag. And she's like, any other one? I'm like, it's full of electronics. I don't think it's allowed under the plane. And she gives me the dirtiest look ever. I'm like, it's not my fault that everyone decided to bring a carry-on instead of a suitcase. Don't start bitching at me for nothing. I'm allowed this bag. And so she puts my pink bag under the plane. I'm like, alright, whatever. Walk through. Stand in line to board the plane. Get on the plane. My entire row is filled except my seat. I look up to put my carry-on away. There's no room. I have to walk all the way to the middle of the plane to put my suitcase or my carry-on suitcase in the thing, walk all the way back, holding up everyone trying to get on the plane. Like, why don't we do window seats first, then middle, then aisle seats? Like, I bought my own seat. Like, make it make sense to me, please. Someone, please make it make sense to me. Then the flight was also just awful. There was this lady sitting next to me, and I, like, whatever, right? Had to put this, like, no, armrest down. I'm like, okay, I don't care. But don't start poking me in the sides. Like, what's your issue? Because the moment I start doing it back, I know I'm gonna be the one having problems. I'm just like, but whatever. Woman decides to sleep against me at some point on the plane. I'm like, alright. And then eventually we get to Greece. Hello? Okay. We get to Greece. And then I walk out of the plane. Well, no. The plane lands. And, like, everyone is obviously getting up. And I'm like, I'm not even going to try to get up. Because everyone is standing in my way anyway. I have to walk to the middle of the plane to get my suitcase bag. And then have to walk out. Everyone's already standing here. Everyone's trying to get their suitcase out. Everyone in the back's already standing up, going to the front. Like, it doesn't matter from what I do. I can't get out. So eventually the ladies next to me get up. They leave. Everyone in the front is also leaving except two people. One is just sitting there. One is waiting for help to get her suitcase out, I think. And so I'm standing there a bit annoyed at that point because there's a lady standing there. And, like, I'm not annoyed at the lady, I'm just annoyed at the situation. So there's a lady standing in front of me. And she's also waiting for someone else to get their stuff so they can get off the plane together because they're traveling together. I'm like, I'm just waiting at that point. Like, I moved, like, I set up on the aisle seat so I can keep watching people and see if anything changes, because at that point they also opened the door in the back that no one decided to use. Like, open your ears, listen. So this lady looks at me and she's like, do you need any help? I'm like, no, my suitcase is just all the way over there, so I'm just waiting till I can get it. And she's like, oh, which one is it? And, like, It's the black one over there with the brown details on it. And she just turns around, and this guy is standing there having his hands filled with things, but also still trying to get bags out of it. And she just yells at him. And she's like, "Get that suitcase." I'm like, "Lady, calm, it's okay, I have time." And this guy just looks at her, he's like, looking at his hands, and he's like, "You take this then." Maurice, stop. Okay. So she takes what he gives her, and he turns around and he's like, "Is this it?" And from the point I'm sitting, I can't see, because it's like, this is the wall, there's a suitcase here, and this is mine, and then I can only see what's after mine. I can't even see my own suitcase. And so this guy's like, "Is this yours?" I'm like, "Sorry, I can't see. I can't see the suitcases." And he's like, "This black one." I was like, "Does it have brown on it?" "No, this one does." And I'm like, "That's mine. The second one is mine." He's like, "Okay." So this poor man did not expect the weight of the suitcase, because the suitcase was quite heavy. So he yanks it out, almost gets hit in the face by my suitcase because of how heavy it is, and he just slumps down while holding it. And then he lifts it again and gives it to me, and I'm like, "Thank you guys so much." And she's like, "Of course, honey." And I'm like, I love when women help women, or just people helping people. Do it more often, yo. Come on. And so I walk off the plane into the little bus. People are staring at me. I ignore everyone and just go. Well, I don't go, the bus goes. So the bus goes, we get off, and we walk. We walk till the pickup point. And then I get stressed. I don't stress particularly about traveling. I stress once I have to get my bags, because I cannot read. Which sounds stupid. I can read. That's not it. I cannot read far distance, because I am not wearing the right contacts that should work on my eyes. I just have drugstore contacts that I can see everything with, that I have to see, but once I have to actually look, I can't. So at that point I'm stressed. And then I message Toby, I'm stressed, and then I turn around and I see people looking up. And for some reason my thick ass brain didn't think of looking up. So Aline looks up and she sees a board that says where every flight has their baggage drop off, that you can pick them up. I knew that, obviously, so I look up. Oh, H, okay. So I see my pink bag going around all the way in the back on 8, and I'm like, okay, it will turn back around again. It didn't. It didn't, so that stressed me out, because I saw the same suitcase 6 times, and my bag didn't come through again. So I'm like, okay. So then I'm standing there and I get my big suitcase, and then I'm like stressed. Like, it's been a while, my pink bag is not out yet. So I'm like, maybe it stops at some point, because it got dropped off later. So I walk to that point, and right then I see my pink bag coming through, literally right where I was standing. So I'm like, okay, I'm not walking back. I'm gonna stand still here and just wait for it to arrive. So that's what I did. I waited for it, grabbed it, put it on my suitcase, put my bag on it, and was done. Have not, again, gone through any security either. Have not shown my passport once since the Netherlands to Greece. Walk out of the gate, and I'm just standing in front of Anton Toby. And that's all. So I'm shocked. I'm tired. I'm on a plane for 3 hours. 3.5 hours. I'm somehow teleported an hour into the future. I've been away from home since 9 a.m. and it's now 5 p.m. in Greece. So 4 p.m. home time, right? I'm like, okay, I really want to go home to the Airbnb and just, it felt like home. So I just want to go home and unpack and sit down and get some food into my system. We decided to immediately do the gifts. Everyone bought each other gifts. I actually have one of Toby's here. We built it the other day in Cole. It's a fake Lego, but it's so cute. It can actually move. I may or may not have glued some bits together because they kept breaking. But we don't talk about that. It's all on video. That's gonna be uploaded to Wealth sometime in the future. We don't know yet. I have to ask Zoe that. We all bought each other a stupid shirt. I hated mine. I realized how much I hated doing this trend until when I got my t-shirt. So the trend is you get a bad t-shirt for everyone else to wear. Like, one person gets the other. Toby had M's had me, and I had Toby. I'm looking at the t-shirt, and that's when I kind of realized I don't like being embarrassed in public. So I don't want to wear it out in public, and I felt so bad. Toby loved the shirt I got him. I don't know what M's is going to do with the t-shirt Toby got her, but you're gonna see in the video what it is. In the middle of that, we ordered food. Food arrives in the middle of filming. Finished filming, ate our really bad McDonald's. Like, it was so bad. We just kind of sat down, did Snatch the Mic. Is the game. If you don't know what it is, it has a microphone. It's like a board game. It has a microphone, it has a little board, it has pawns you can use. Everyone has their own little thingy, and if you get a point, you can move it forward. But we decided to not use the board. We decided to just keep the card that we won and then count them, and then the person with the most cards obviously won. So that's also going to be a Wealth video sometime in the future, so you will see how we do that. It's really fun. You have to grab the mic when you know a song with what's written on the card. So you'll see who wins, I guess. After that, we played some other drinking games because we made them drinking games. We did not record the other ones, I think. And then eventually we went to bed. I think that's also where I'm going to stop this video because I've yapped to you for 35 minutes. And this is only Greece Day 1. That's the video. Come back to next week to hear about the other days. So apparently this is either going to be a 10-day series or less. But I'll have extra videos for the rest of the year and more. So I hope to see you there. If you liked my little yap session, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the little notification bell to stay updated for the next time I post. And I hope to see you there. Bye everyone!